I'm one with the force is with me. I'm one with the force is with me.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Long about a Saturday night.
When he was doing that in the movie, it turns like he was gonna be like, then all of a sudden he's like, I'm one with the force is with me. And then like Riz Ahmed, he comes out and starts rapping. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Best Things in Star Wars. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're talking about Rogue One. I liked this a lot. I was kind of worried since, we've been rewatching these that I wouldn't like this one as much as I did in theaters, but I really enjoyed this movie. Like, I'm actually kind of interested in seeing the casting Andor. I didn't care about that when they first announced it, but now rewatching this, seeing his Disney Plus show, I'd be very interested in.
Yeah, I didn't have any interest either, and then rewatching this, he's like, when he confronts Jen at one point, he's like, you're not the only person with loss, and he said basically he's been on his own since he was 6. I was like, oh, maybe I would like to see his story.
Yeah. So my number one thing is the opening of the movie is really good. I really like how it opens up at Jen's. I don't know how to say her dad's name, so it's Galen Erso.
Yeah, Galen.
So it opens up there with Galen Erso and Lyra and Jen, and I like that they're at like at a farm.
Yeah.
And the bad dude shows up and he's like, "Oh, you're very lonely here." He's like, "Yeah, well, especially since Lyra died." And he's like, "Oh, my condolences." Meanwhile, Lyra's like hiding Jen and all that, walks up with like a blanket and like a little gun hidden out there. He's like, "Oh my God, she came back from the dead."
Yeah, the bad guy, Krennic, right? That's
Yeah.
his name, yeah.
Yeah,
You could tell he never believed that when he said that.
Yeah, because he's walking around like, "Oh, whoo," like basically just being like, "Wow, you're a shitty liar."
Yeah.
But so what else did I write down for that? I wrote down a couple things. I like Forrest Whitaker popping up and getting the girl. I like the Death Troopers in this, even though they're just black stormtroopers that sound like Kylo Ren.
No, they do look cool.
Yeah, did you know like their filter for their masks or whatever? It's like the same exact thing as Kylo Ren's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're all like,
They're filthy junk traders.
that's how Kylo Ren sounds.
My number one is her rescue when she's an adult.
Oh, when like she's running out and
Like they
grab her?
they like save her, and then the people that save her, she fucking beats the shit out of them, and then she runs out. K2 grabs her and throws her down on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Like, this is a rescue mission. I like him and I don't like him at the same time in bits.
I liked him.
I feel like I like him more than I don't like him, but sometimes he's a little annoying.
The last 2 movies I've liked the droids, which is weird for me. I usually don't like the droids.
Yeah. Did you like the C-3PO and R2-D2 cameo? Is that your favorite parts or top 10?
Not in my top 10.
They're going to Scarif. Why does nobody ever tell me anything, R2?
My number 2, Cassian Andor kills the 2 stormtroopers and his buddy.
Yeah, that's
I like that because he's like a evil Han Solo. They like if this was like a sitcom, they'd call him like San Holo.
Wow, you had to think about that one.
I didn't know if I wanted to flip the names or call him like Dan Solo.
Yeah, he's not quite as funny as Han.
Well, that's because he's evil.
Yeah, and it kind of sets up if he'll kill the dad later.
Yeah, even though you never believe he's going to.
Not at that point.
You know he's gonna help him with the Death Star and die. That's the one thing I like about this movie is we all knew everyone was gonna die going in, and then they do die.
Well,
I was kind of afraid they'd be like, "Oh, and Jen survived, and look, now she's in Rise of Skywalker." Or whatever.
What I liked about it too is I wasn't that enthralled with the beginning of the movie, but like the second hour, when it's just all battle and like they all know they're gonna die too, but they know they need to do it or everyone's gonna die.
I like the opening though, the intro.
I didn't dislike it. I think I was more looking forward to the end and just and the stuff getting started. I don't know. I like what they're going for, how they're getting there. Like they're tricking everybody and they're setting up an ambush. Even though there's
I do really like too that it's on a beach, so it's like a different setting than normal Star Wars.
That's part of it too. Yeah,
like it looks different.
My number 2, I'm sure I'm gonna say their names wrong. Dr. Avazon.
I gotta say for a second, you look like such a tard because you're like my number 2.
Well, because this fucking mic was in the way.
Well, you could hold your phone. It just looks funny because I was waiting for you to read it. And I look over and you're like trying to read over your microphone as if you can't lift up your phone.
Dr. Evazan and Ponda Baba.
Oh, those are the armed dudes. Hey, I don't like you. He doesn't like you either.
He doesn't like you.
I'm sorry.
I don't like you either.
Yeah. Walrus Man.
Do you want to know what my number 3 is?
I like their cameo because I forgot it was there.
Do you want to know what my number 3 is?
Is that it?
I don't like you either, guy cameo.
I looked up their names.
I planned on it.
I had Walrus Man.
I wrote it like that, and I was like, I'm gonna look up the name because I'm spacing on it, and then I just forgot to look it up.
I knew, like, growing up, he was Walrus Man, and then he got a real name.
How come they didn't put him in Tusk?
I don't know. So then, and like one of the little droids that looked like a TV, we just called him TV Man. Yeah. And I'm sure he has a name too, but no one had TVs.
You see Darth Vader, like, hey, that's black helmet guy.
Maybe. So does that mean I...
That means you do your number 4 because we had the same.
Okay, I don't know. I can't pronounce this guy's name.
I'll attempt it. It's Chirrut Imwe.
Bless you. What did you say?
Chirrut Imwe.
I like it the first time, and he's...
The blind dude. If no one knows what
Yeah.
we're talking about, I probably put a clip in here, so I probably don't need to say this, but the blind dude.
Well, he just takes out, like, all the stormtroopers in the beginning, and you're like, wow, this dude's a fucking badass.
So you're like, wow, he probably has a lightsaber in that staff. And then he's just some dude that's good with martial arts in the end.
But he's... I forget what he is. He has a name, and then they were guarding the crystals.
Yeah, the fuck.
No, it's not fuck.
It was like they're like the temple.
I forget.
The Kyber Crystal Guardians.
I heard. I either read it or heard it.
Kyber Crystal Guardians of the Galaxy.
Anyway,
Yeah.
George Lucas wanted him in the original.
Yeah, I get he wrote a lot about
He
like.
he also wanted everything in the original. So
Or is it are they the Wills? Something like that.
like Will I Am.
Yeah, they're Will I Ams. My number 4, Chirrut Imwe taking down the stormtroopers.
Oh, so you are copying.
But I also got putting a bag on his head.
That was funny.
Because they put the bag on. He's like, really? I'm blind.
I didn't notice this, but when I was looking up his name and the other guy's name, I read that when they all have the bags on their head, that he's the only one that doesn't stumble.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't catch that when I was watching it.
I didn't either.
But I thought
I was actually writing this down, and all of a sudden he goes, hey, really? I'm blind. And I was like, oh. And he got a bag on his head.
That was pretty funny. So my next one is basically when Galen Orso tells her about his plan, and why are you laughing? Oh, because I was reading my notes?
No, because my next one starts with him, too.
Oh. He tells her Jin the plan and how he left a little space in the Death Star to blow up. That basically
That's
fixes...
exactly my next one, too.
that basically fixes everyone going, well, if you made a Death Star, how's it so easy to blow up with one little thing?
Yeah, I like that they fixed a plot hole in this. Now all they gotta do is, because they keep doing all these McClunky, edits in A New Hope, edit a little scene, put a little subtitle in there where Chewbacca goes, yo, I knew Yoda, the Force is real. To Han when he's bitching about it. And they fixed that plot hole, too.
Get over yourself.
Just saying, if they're fixing plot holes over there at Disney. You could go with your number 6 now, because you keep reading ahead of me.
It's hard to like that guy. For one, he's built a Death Star. And for two...
Well, 2, he's the bad guy in fucking Doctor Strange.
Yeah, so I just keep picturing his eyes fucked up.
And
even
his
though...
face all purple
yeah.
and him going like, take that, Benedict Cumberbatch.
I don't think he ever said that.
You must have not watched the end credit scene.
All right, my next one is Vader Force choking Krennic. Did you really write that same shit?
A little bit. I put Darth Vader's castle, because that's really cool. That was, like, they wanted to put that thing there. I think there was there's a deleted scene, or they planned on filming. There's supposed to be a scene in either Force Awakens or The Last Jedi of Kylo Ren showing up to Vader's castle.
Oh.
But that never happened. But then I also like him taking a little Vader bubble bath.
Yeah.
He was in there all bubbly, which I was like, I fucking choke that guy too if I'm getting my little Vader bath on.
It's
He
the only-
probably has Netflix on in there. He's watching, like, The Good Place or something. And then he's like, oh, the guy's here, master. His little weird, probably sex slave. Didn't that guy look a little sex slavey?
It never occurred to me, but...
He's like,
does he force fuck him?
maybe, yeah. He, like, holds a dildo and heals together. And, like,
Well, no, you would be angry because that's the only time he can live without all his shit on.
Yeah. And then the dude just walks
I
in.
wanted to see if it was Hayden Christensen
looked a
or that
little-
old guy from...
It looked a little like him when they were going down, but then it, like, cut away.
They
too
went
quick.
down on him?
Yeah. I did add something, though. I put that Darth Vader sounds a little weird in this movie.
Yeah.
Because,
James Earl Jones.
yeah. I don't know why. It's because I'm stupid, probably. I was
Could
going
be.
to say David Spade.
Could you imagine? Hey, you're part of the Rebel Alliance. That was my David Spade. That was horrible.
I But
He put the ball sack into my mouth.
oh my god, I have to. There's a clip of Vader dancing. I gotta put that in there.
You put your ball sack into my mouth.
Yeah, because James Earl Jones is old now. Like it's really cool seeing Darth Vader in this, but it's also a little. Cause like it doesn't sound exactly like. Darth
But it's
Vader.
the same guy.
Yeah, I know. It's just because he's older.
Yeah.
He sounds a little
I read that
different.
people bitched about that.
Yeah, it's nothing like I wouldn't.
So
I wouldn't
then
complain
he
about
said
it.
it, and I was like, all right, he does sound a little.
I'd rather have him in it and sound different than replace him with someone else while the guy's still alive.
They
you
should
know?
replace him with Mickey Mouse.
I was like, oh, try not to choke on your admiration. I added a little goofy there at the end for some reason.
Yeah, that was weird.
I also thought, because like they're doing all these Disney, like Marvel, they're doing like one season of Falcon and Winter Soldier, one season of WandaVision, stuff like that. I would actually kind of like to see some spin-offs if they did with people. And you could easily do it with Darth Vader because you don't need to get any specific actor in there.
Mm-hmm.
Do like 6 episodes of a random story with him. So that, or even so that, I would totally watch that.
Everybody would.
Yeah. Because I've actually, I started reading since we've been doing this. I was like, oh, I should.
Oh, you started reading?
Yeah. I'm reading Catcher in the Rye.
Really?
No.
Did you catch her?
There's a Vader comic that's supposed to be really good, and I was like, oh, I'll check it out. So I started reading it, and it starts literally right after no,
don't know what
with
you're
him
talking about.
and the Emperor.
Oh, really?
And it's pretty cool. And so, like the Emperor sends him out and like he's burning all people's lightsabers, and like Anakin doesn't or Darth Vader doesn't have a lightsaber because everyone took it. So then and it's a little weird too because the Emperor's like very mean to him a little bit, like. Because at one point, after he tells him Padme died or whatever, he like force chokes the Emperor or does something to the Emperor. So the Emperor lightnings him. He's like, if you ever do that to me again, I'll fucking kill you and replace you.
Well, you got to do that.
Yeah, he's like putting him in his place, kind of.
Yeah.
But then he sends him out.
Did you say fuck? I don't think you say fuck in Star Wars.
No, they like bleep it out. He's like, you're a beep, beep, you little beep. But he sends out Darth Vader. He has to go kill a Jedi and take their lightsaber, and I forget the exact way to do it, but like if you kill someone with their own lightsaber and all that, like the pain of that infects the kyber crystal, and that's what makes it turn red. So it's him on the journey to go get his lightsaber.
Oh, really? I
And
never
like
knew
he
that.
like goes to this like facility where all these stormtroopers are at, and like kills them all, and like force grabs. It's where they're keeping all people lightsabers. Force grabs them all and cuts them. But it's really cool. At one point, he has a green lightsaber, Darth Vader, and is killing all these stormtroopers, and then looks up to see like we're all like I guess some Jedis like went into like seclusion, but like they made a promise with the Empire, like, yo, we won't use the Force. So like he's like tracking down that list to go find people to kill.
Oh, really?
But like so like if they did something like that as a Disney Plus series, that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And especially if they like did shit how they do at the end of this movie with him, that'd be awesome.
My next one is Bodhi coming up with the Rogue One call sign, whatever it's called. The
Bodhi?
That's his name.
Oh, I totally thought you were talking about. I was like, what is the guy from The Wire?
That'd be cool.
I thought you were like just using his Wire
He'd be
name.
like, we're the Resistance, motherfucker. No.
Did you just say they can't curse in Star Wars?
God damn it. We're the beep 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 beep.
We're the Resistance, motherfudges.
Yeah, I like how he's like, what's your call sign? And he's like, Rogue One?
You know what's funny is in this movie it's like, oh, okay, I get it. They gotta name it, whatever. Like it's not that bad. But then Solo, when they're like, what's your family? He's like, I don't have one. He's like, Solo, and that's how he gets his name. You're like, that's fucking stupid.
Well, and I thought about, as I was writing this down, I was like, oh, Jerome would probably call this cheesy. But I still liked it.
No, like, in this I didn't mind it. Sorry, there's some pig fighting going on in the hallway.
Jesus.
Just protecting the room.
I also, it kind of reminded me of Han Solo when he's like, everything's fine here now. How are you?
Because he was like awkward. Like
Yeah.
I think this one played it off a little better.
Yeah.
My next one is everyone's death scene. It was all happening at like, so I just wrote down everyone's. I didn't want to take up a bunch of spaces.
Everyone's death scene?
Everyone's.
Everyone?
Even what's his face's? Forgot his Cassian's fake out death, and then he comes back to die again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Rrrr."
But I like Riz Ahmed blows up. I'm on with the force is with me. Gets like blown up a little bit.
Yeah, that guy I forget that guy's name. His buddy?
His Silent Bob that talks a lot.
Yeah, or he's just like, I'm gonna fucking kill everyone I can before I die. And he did.
I was really hoping that in that last part when he's like, I'm on with the force is with me, and he flips the switch, and you're like, wow, this guy's fucking, like, he can't get hit, and then he's like, and then start killing us, and I was like, he's gonna be the one survivor, and the other, well, him and his buddy would be the survivors of this, and they're like secret Jedis, and then they just die.
Yeah, you knew that.
But I remember actually thinking, I was like, oh, this guy's gonna fucking pull it, because every Star Wars has to have a lightsaber.
It did. Just not yet.
Yeah. But I was really hoping this guy would have one. And it'd be like yellow. I really like the video games always have like yellow lightsabers. I would love to see one in the movies.
Oh, does it look like pee? They all, zzz.
I don't know. I've only seen it in video games, so.
No, this guy was really cool. But you're right. He needed a lightsaber. He could have had a Darth Maul lightsaber.
Oh, that'd have been cool.
Because, he's...
But then he's good, so, like, one side's blue, one side's green. No, double purple.
Double purple.
Mm-hmm.
My next one, I just kind of gave up and said Grand Moff Tarkin.
Grandma Tarkin.
Yeah, because I know they got shit for using him.
What's funny is, originally watching this, I was like, everyone's over-exaggerating. He doesn't look that bad. But then watching it, you go watch it, like, 4K on Disney+. I'm like, okay. He doesn't look the best. But I'm still not going to complain about it. But I was like, I can see why people say that him and Leia look so absolutely shitty.
Leia did not look good at the end. She almost looked like an Ewok.
They both look like if this was a video game, you'd be like, fuck, this is great. But when they're standing next to real people, you're like, Jesus Christ.
But see, I never felt that. Maybe it's because I watched most of it on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
He was such an evil fucking Star Wars. I was just glad he was in it.
I did like, what's weird about that, though,
I overlooked it because I wanted him to be in it.
The stunt double they got from looks exactly like him. They probably could have just used the stunt double. And use because I think they use.
He's an actor.
I think they use the other guy's audio. Oh, it's not just a stunt guy; it's an actor.
He's an actor, I think. Yeah.
Okay, but he looks a lot like him, so they probably could have just used him.
Right.
But yeah, it looks bad, but I don't know. I don't complain.
I just liked him. I was like,
I was happy when we watched this. I was happy he was in it.
Yeah, that's the way I felt.
My number 8, the Hammerhead knocking the Star Destroyer into the other Star Destroyer.
Oh yeah,
that's a really cool scene. It's funny because they EMP it basically, and then this little tiny ship can hit it and make it fall into the other.
Without that, they don't make it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that what I like about this too is it's kind of like basically is a heist movie with the Death Star plans, but they're all doing that and they're all doing their own part and they're praying everybody else can do their part because if one person fucks up, one tiny thing is messed up, the whole thing falls apart.
Yeah. My next one is K2 taking out the 3 stormtroopers. So I liked it because he was like, he fucking takes him out with the stormtrooper.
Yeah.
And then the one shoots him and he fucking grabs a gun he wanted the whole movie and shoots him.
Yeah.
And then later he even shoots one like defending his position.
And then he slams the computer and locks him in there like he totally dies for them.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, I included him in my everyone dies scene, but I didn't mention him. My number 9, Darth Vader killing all the rebels. That is one of the best scenes in Star Wars.
So that's my 10th one.
Mm-hmm.
By far the best scene in this movie. It could be the best scene in Star Wars.
I remember we all liked him. We were like, oh, this is good. Like, it's a fun Star Wars movie. And then it happens, and us and everyone in the theater was like, holy fuck!
It was like he was fucking Jason Voorhees.
That's the scene everyone's been waiting. Everyone's been waiting for that scene.
Like that
for Star Wars.
If he was like, those guys were running for their fucking lives.
Yeah.
And they at one point he takes their fucking guns and then fucking just slices them.
Yeah, like he takes all the guns, throws it to the walls. He's choking dudes while cutting people.
Yeah, he was doing a lot, and then they still got the plans out.
Yeah,
that's what I like too. It's like the guy's like, just take it, and then that guy gets a fucking it went through him and the door.
Yeah,
and then they get the plans, and he's just like standing at the end. But it was like the fucking coolest. I don't know what it lasted a minute. Cool,
but probably a minute 30 seconds.
That's got to be the best scene in all the movies.
I think so. Yeah.
If we did like a top 10 list of that would definitely be my number 1.
I think so. It'd be up there for mine. I don't know about number 1 because we haven't watched the rest yet, but that's up there for me for sure. What's your number 9?
It's basically just the whole end battle.
I almost did that, but then I wrote little bits.
Well, because I could the space stuff was kind of cool, and the ground stuff was really cool. Like I like the AT-ATs coming and like
I like we mentioned before, the AT-ATs on the beach is cool.
Yeah, and just especially the beach is cool.
It's kind of Godzilla-y when they're like stomping through and like you see little tiny people running away.
And them ambushing the stormtroopers and just I don't know, because there wasn't a lot of them. That whole thing at the same time they're trying to get the fucking plans. The whole thing was just really cool.
Yeah, I agree. I like that. My last one is ending with Leia setting up A New Hope.
Yeah, literally.
You could literally just start A New Hope after this.
Kind of wanted to.
You know what time it is?
No.
Time for Rank That Movie!
We might have to start writing these down.
I do have mine written down.
Okay, I don't.
So maybe I wrote mine down 3 movies ago.
I'll start writing mine down after this.
All right, so I'm going to go Revenge of the Sith, Rogue One, Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace, Solo.
Okay, so I go Revenge of the Sith, Rogue One, Solo, Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace. Rogue One and Solo are similar, but at the end, the Rogue One's just really good, and it's better.
So next week, A New Hope. I'm excited to go back to the George Lucas movies now and watch 4, 5, 6. 2 left, and then we get to see Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Coming up very fast.
quicker than we think.
No, I know how fast it's coming.
No, you don't.
I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please like, subscribe. Go watch our other videos, and we'll see you guys next time.
You put your ball sack into my mouth.